Hi guys, how's it going? Ivano here, and today I want to show you 3 little, let's call them class interactions, some people might also call them bugs, that can give you an advantage in PvP, because PvP, as we all know, mostly is a game of knowledge. First of all, big thanks to Rescon, aka Vadim Shukov, for helping me test these. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the first one that maybe some people of you already know is about AoE abilities versus single target abilities. For example, did you know that the Lightning Sork's halted offensive hits through reflect abilities? That is because reflect works only against direct single target abilities. So in other words, that means it doesn't work against dots or AoEs. So why does it work like this? Well, in the case of the Lightning Sorcerer's halted offensive, that ability replaces Chain Lightning in the combat style tree. And Chain Lightning, of course, is coded as an AoE ability, but halted offensive is the single target replacement. But I guess when they coded halted offensive, they forgot to remove the AoE tag. So technically, it is a AoE ability that only damages a single target. And you can test that this is true when you hit a sniper with Entrench on, for example. So Entrench, of course, gives you 60% damage reduction versus AoEs. And as you can see, my halted offensive gets mitigated by that. So this is a single target ability that replaces an AoE ability, but what happens in the opposite case? As you probably know, the May Cause Injury tactical turns the Assassin's Discharge into an AoE effect. So it shouldn't be affected by AoE DRs and reflect, but of course it is. So how it works is that the tactical causes only the extra discharge hits to count as AoE, while the hit on the primary target, the normal discharge, still counts as single target and can be reflected. So good to know if you're playing Assassin in a big Zerg. Another ability that is single target but can be talented into an AoE is Raging Burst, with the level 23 option Subjugate. You can see that Raging Burst also is a single target ability. We are hitting the sniper, he pops Entrench for the AoE damage reduction, and the damage is the same as without. So in a way you would think that Raging Burst is pretty much the same as May Cause Injury, but it is not. Because when you hit the companion, the AoE damage that comes from the Subjugate talent is not reduced, meaning it does not count as an AoE, but it's kind of just its own separate thing. So there you have it, 3 different abilities, and each of them works a little bit different. Next, we tested some sniper interactions, because for a long time people have been saying that Sniper's evasion was bugged. As you might know, it has, of course, the 200% defense chance against white damage, so you will miss all your white damage attacks when you hit a sniper with it up. But then they also introduced a 75% damage reduction against force and tech effects. But as you can see, in fact, it does not work against some attacks, such as the APPT's Energy Burst. And we didn't test this, but I think it works the same for Assassin's Discharge. In fact, the damage does get reduced, but not by anything close to 75%. And I think how this works is that it only reduces the base damage of the utility, but the damage that comes from the extra stacks does not get mitigated. So a nice little bug, and one of the reasons why APPTs are a good counter to Sniper. And finally, everyone knows you cannot jump to a sniper while they are in cover. But did you know that there is a split second during a sniper's roll where you can follow them with leap abilities, such as the PT's Jet Charge or a Juggernaut's Force Charge? So to get this, you really need to get the timing right. There's only a small window where this works. And why this works is because during the sniper's roll, they are technically not in cover. And while they will still avoid any incoming damage, they lose immunity to leaps, which comes from the hold position passive that gives them that, and that one only works when they are actually in cover. And of course, for classes such as PT or Marauder that have 2 charges of leap, you can even follow them twice. So a little bit of spaghetti code, a little bit of clever use of game mechanics. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I know there are many more interactions like this that you could probably test. And if you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments below what I should look into. But that's it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. And as always, if you did, please remember to leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.